the new trailer for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings just dropped. Are we going to see the actual Mandarin, or is this just another Trevor Slattery performance? Let's find out here in a minute. Thanks.
What's going on, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
And we are watching and reacting to the first trailer, the teaser trailer for Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. And man, I'm excited for this one. Because this is one of the...
hoping we'd get the Eternals trailer before this, but I guess not. Whatever.
Well, I mean, we're getting this movie before the Eternals, so it makes sense at this point. Yeah. This is gonna be a lot of fun because this is kind of like a new area of the Marvel universe that we haven't gotten to explore yet, which is where does martial arts really fit in, and the whole culture behind that and everything. Like, I know we got a little bit with like Iron Fist and Netflix, but is that still canon? Who knows? Maybe if Danny Rand shows up in this, we'll find out. But otherwise, this story is like focused on this character Shang-Chi, which is actually a smaller known character amongst the comics. He's not really a prominently known character like an Iron Man or a Captain America or the X-Men or anything like that. So I'm excited to see what they do with this character. Kind of like they did Guardians of the Galaxy out of nowhere. What's this one going to be about?
Yeah, I'm very familiar with the comics, and I would agree. This is not your like top tier comic book character, and like I'm really like kind of both surprised and excited that they made a movie of this character, and I'm kind of curious as to where this is going to hit and play. The thing is kind of like going with like the Doctor Strange thing, that we didn't have mystic arts, sorcery, wizards, or stuff before that happened. I didn't know how that was going to integrate with the MCU. I'm kind of curious, again, how does the martial arts type of section fit within the MCU? Hopefully this is going to give us a taste of that, so I am eager for this trailer. Let's jump in.
It's our boy Simu. Oh,
I need to start doing more of those.
To live your life. Now you see me rise. And where did that get you?
I think that's the Mandarin talking.
You walked in my shadow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a yes.
Trained you.
Yep.
To the most dangerous people in the world. Couldn't kill you.
Nice.
Son, it's time for you to take your place by my side.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, that's different. Oh.
That's not going to happen.
This looks cool.
You can't outrun who you really are.
Oh yeah, I'm into this.
Ooh.
Who are you?
Oh man, there it is. Hero pose. All right. Ooh.
Speed.
We make a good team.
All right. That looks like a ton of fun.
Yeah. Here's the more and more I've been loving Awkwafina and stuff. Like from Ocean's 8 to Crazy Rich Asians, she has been fantastic, and I love that she is getting her play in the MCU.
This looks really, really good. Like, yeah, this looks like a ton of fun. First of all, you got to feel something good for Simu getting his shot in here, because I know like he's been so like everywhere on social media, like talking about how much this role means to him and being able to participate and play this character and everything. So it's really cool just to see him have some fun with this character and
you can see why though.
Yeah, and see him like grow in the MCU and become like a prominent character in the MCU. That'll be a ton of fun.
Yeah. I love like what they're doing with the Mandarin in this so far.
Yeah.
Like that one shot of him just sitting there with like the rings. Oh, that was so good. That was what I was expecting when they released the Iron Man 3 talking about Trevor Slattery as the Mandarin. I thought like here's the downside. Like I grew up on the 90s Iron Man cartoon where the Mandarin wasn't necessarily Asian of origin. So like I was kind of with the idea of Trevor Slattery before I knew it was Trevor Slattery. I was okay with Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin, kind of like updating him for the modern age. It made sense, but then that left field in the movie where he turns out to be an actor. This looks like this is the proper way to do the Mandarin. Mm-hmm. And what I'm wondering is there was that Marvel one shot where Trevor Slattery was in prison and he's going to be brought before the real Mandarin. I'm wondering if that's going to have any play in this. Would we get a cameo by Ben Kingsley in this movie, which I thought that would be great just to see. Maybe that's like the beginning of this where he's brought before the Mandarin and it comes full circle.
Yeah, I think cool. I think that's in play. I think that's definitely something that you could see. I mean, Marvel's been known very lately to bring people in of higher notoriety in their career and their acting and bring them in secretly without anybody knowing, you know. Yeah. So it's very possible that we could see something like that. I do, yeah. Like you bring up Mandarin, I'm really glad that they're actually utilizing that character the way he should be, because you know this is a character that we wanted to see go up against Iron Man. He's supposed to be Iron Man's like arch nemesis, so to speak, and so being able to see him have his day here is actually really cool. The one thing I wanted to note is those 10 rings in the comics. We're used to them actually being, you know, rings that you wear on your fingers. And this, it looks like it's a set of like rings, like worn as like bracelets. And that's kind of an interesting way to take it. They look really, really cool. So it's very interesting to see them kind of go in that direction with it. But the other thing I want to note is, and I know like this is probably a conversation that a lot of people are bringing up. We know that the rings, I believe, come from an origin from the same realm that Fin Fang Foom comes from, the same kind of area that the big green dragon originates from.
We're on some nerdy stuff right here, y'all.
Yeah. So we say it's nerdy, but until you see it in the movies and it becomes mainstream, you know, what are you going to call it? So yeah,
Fin Fang Foom is a giant green dragon within the Marvel universe. Like, jeez.
Yeah. So this could be the chance that we finally get to see him come into play. It'll be really interesting to see him up on the big screen. I mean, we're at the level of the MCU now where you get somebody like Fin Fang Foom possibly making their big screen debut. So there's a lot to be
natural.
Yeah, and it would seem perfectly natural at this point. So there's a lot of fun to be had here, whether it's in this movie or future movies in the Shang-Chi series going down the road. But I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this one.
I will say, like, I am a comic book fan. I grew up with the Marvel comic books, so I know like what these movies are trying to achieve. I was not a big Shang-Chi fan growing up. I was aware of the character, but not a big fan. I didn't really follow up on the comics. I am eager for this movie. This movie looks good. The storyline looks fantastic. I love the Mandarin. I love seeing him with the kind of look like they did a little bit of the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, almost like a little bit of a hint of CGI in the martial arts, which is a little weird. I kind of would like it to stay practical and choreographed, but hopefully that's where this is going, like a true honest martial arts movie within the MCU. The other thing I want to touch upon is this was a teaser trailer. This didn't look like I have been teased.
Properly teased.
I was given a proper introduction as to what this movie's about. This was not a teaser. A teaser is that like they would have shown like Shang-Chi's like eyebrow or something, like Shang-Chi coming soon. No, we got a lot more than that. So this looks good. I'm eager for it. But at this point, after more than a year without a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie in the theaters, I'm eager for almost anything at this point. They can make a movie about Howard the Duck nowadays, turn it into a musical, might I add, and I would easily be there opening night. But not to say that this movie is as on par with that. This movie looks good. I'm eager for it. So anyways, that's going to do it for this trailer reaction. What did y'all think of this trailer? Let us know down below. What did you think of the reaction? Also, let us know down below. That's the best place to do it. Make sure you follow us on Patreon. We are at patreon.com/Cinefanatics. We've got great things happening there as far as movie watch-alongs, movie trivia nights, and a lot more other stuff coming. So make sure you follow us there. Hop on the tier that's right for you. You can also follow us on social media. We are at Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter and Instagram. Follow myself at Robert Adams MLP on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. And of course, there's also my brother, Chris Adams MLP on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Also, for this channel, make sure you drop us a like for this video. You liked this video. We know you did. Hit that like button. Make sure you share this with your friends because that's how we get the spread is by sharing.
Sharing is caring. It can be fun.
Sure. That works. I like that one as well. And then also make sure you subscribe. You can hit the subscribe button. If I could talk, hit that subscribe button that's down below this video. There's also one up here above my head. And over here off to the side are a couple other videos that we have made. Click on those. And as always, you are not that good at martial arts. I don't know why you did. Anyways.
I'll get my butt kicked.
Yeah, you would. Later.
See ya.